Hi there, and today we're going to learn about how to add a border to an image block in Squarespace. So unfortunately, there isn't a direct way in Squarespace to add a border to an image. So what we're going to do is that we're going to display a workaround for it. So here I am in my blank section in my Squarespace website. So first we'll add an image. So click on Add Block. Click on image and then just drag it to where you want it in your website, and then we will add a image by selecting from the library. You can also upload your own image if you want, but I will just select an image right here on the Squarespace gallery. So for example, I want this one. So click on Add Image. And then we'll just wait for it to load, and then now we have our image right here. If you want to change the image, no worries, just click on Edit and then click on Replace, and then choose if you want to select from your library, browse stock images, or upload the file. So I will just browse stock images again, and then for example, I want to use this one. And click on Add Image, and then it will be automatically replaced. And then there we have our image. Now, in order to add a border, what we're going to do is that we're going to click on Add Block, and then we are going to add a shape. So here is our shape. So we can change the color of this if you want. So maybe we can make it into yellow. And then we are just going to place it right above our image. And then we are going to move it backward. But as you can see, we only have like a thin border right here. If we just move it backward, we just move it backward automatically without editing it. So we can edit this a little further. So what we can do is that we can click on Edit, and then we can have a stroke for our shape. So we can change this into yellow as well. And then what we can do is that, what we can do is that we can change the thickness of our stroke color right here. So for example, if I have the small thickness, if we move this to the back again, we can see that it still only has like a thin border along the side of our image. We can change the stroke line again. We can make it medium so that it has a bigger border around it. And as we can see, when we turn the image in front again, we can now have a bigger border around the side of our image. And then we can also select the large stroke thickness. And then once we bring this backward, we now have a big border around our image. You can also check the settings right here if you want to personalize your own shape thickness so that we have a bigger border around our image. So we now have this image and its border right here. Make sure that you will also edit the mobile version of your website because it will look like this. So in order to change this, just drag this along our shape that acts as a border, bring it forward, and then you can just adjust the size of your section again, and then there we have our image with the yellow border. And then that is it for this video. I hope you learned how to add a border to an image block in Squarespace, and thank you for watching.